she cares about is money in the city where she's from. Her intention is the paper, she don't need no fucking love. She's spilling all this liquor, trying to pass me all these ups. Oh baby girl, I'm torn, and somebody should've told her I pop one. Fuck it, I pop one. Oh girl, I'm on one. Fuck it, I pop one. I pop one.
You like us and I got that drink. It could be purple, it could be pink. 10 and a 9, you mix that bitch. Money that we got till we get that bitch. And I'm on one. Yeah. You know I'm on.
Good day, everybody. It's Jake, back from Harvest Fitness. Today is going to be the first episode in a new branch of episodes called Harvesting. Link it to the brand a little bit, and it's going to be taking you through my entire bulking and off season. So if you've not already checked out the video on lean bulking that I put out earlier last week, please go and check it, because it takes you through all the kind of nuances about bulking and exactly what to do if you're in the same situation as me. As you saw from the scales, I am a whopping 75 kilograms. Last Saturday, I was 70.1. I've had a bit of a mare this week. I've massively rebounded, not healthy at all. I've just gone so long without having shit food, and knowing that I wasn't doing that anymore, my brain and my head just went rebounded. Obviously, I've not put on 5 kilograms of fat. I'd say about half of that is carbohydrate and water. The rest of it probably is fat, as you can see from my physique update, that I have put fat on. I've lost kind of abdominal definition. I've probably lost all abdominal definition that I ever had, but screw it. I thought to myself, you don't build muscle mass while you're in a deficit. I don't have a show that I'm doing. I'm not doing it for any specific purpose. I just wanted to get lean to see how far I could get, and then I wanted to start bulking again, because like I've just said, you don't build muscle while you're trying to lean down. And there's a lot of areas of my physique that I want to bring up, and training this week has been amazing. Okay, so all those higher calorie days, I felt full, I felt energetic, and it's just been really, really good. So to get back to normality and not feel like shit, because I think people underestimate that a lot of the time when you're in a deficit, you might look good, but when you get into low levels of body fat percentage, sub 12, 11%, you just feel crap. And it was affecting kind of like my personal training sessions, even just putting weight on machines for people. So I'm glad to be back eating normally again, because it has kind of like leveled itself out. Over the last few days, I haven't been eating so many calories. It's leveled itself out, and you'll probably see my weight reduce back down to about 72.5, 73k. I hope, as long as I haven't put on 5 kilograms of pure fat. So I'm going to take you through my day today. I'm going to go to the gym in a little bit, maybe do a little bit of work, definitely show you my meals and how that has changed. Right now I am fasted, so I am practicing intermittent fasting because I want to get back to normality. Not only that, it regulates your carbohydrate sensitivity. So if you keep shoving carbohydrates in yourself, like I have done this week, the sensitivity, so the way your body utilizes carbohydrates, it lessens off. So to keep that sensitivity, I'm going to make sure that I continue to fast. And not only that, I don't think I need this right now, but it will increase my appetite when I actually do start eating again. And when, as I say, I get back to normality and I'm not craving 7,000 calories a day, and I'm only having what I'm supposed to have for my lean gaining phase, which is about 3,000 right now. The fasting helps with that. So for this bulk, I'm gonna track everything that I do and everything that I record each morning. So there's the first weigh-in, 12.5% body fat. I'm also recording my muscle mass off the app as well. I've got body fat there, and I'm going to monitor the weekly changes as we go. You know, I always say to control your variables, so it's exactly the same when you're bulking as when you're cutting. To know exactly when to ramp up your food or lessen off your activity or exercise, you need to know what you're working with to begin with. So this system's going to be really good. It's what I use with my online coaching clients. So I'll keep track of what I'm doing, weigh myself, take averages, so I know when to pump up the food and correlate that with how well my training is going with my strength in the gym as well. Obviously, these home scales, they're not always the best, but they are consistent, and that's the thing. I might be getting the wrong numbers each time that I do it in, based on if I went for like a professional DEXA scan at a hospital or sports club, but at least I'm getting consistent numbers so I can track that over time. Anyway, that's enough talking. It's time to get to the gym and get this day underway. Just before we get going, guys, another tip. I spoke about this in the bulking video the other day. Make sure you get yourself a logbook, all right? And you write down your numbers so you know what you're having to achieve every time you go in the gym. So if I flip to mine, I've got this workout that I did on Monday, because remember, I'm doing an upper-lower rotation, day off, upper-lower. And then the workout that I did on Monday will come back round to now, which is the Sunday. So I need to know if I'm beating the numbers on the first day that I did it, which was on Monday of this week. So if you don't track these things, how the hell do you know if you're getting stronger? How do you know if you're progressing? Because remember, muscle growth is driven by progressive overload. If you don't know what you are lifting and you're just taking a stab in the dark at the weights, the numbers, the rep schemes, you're being a fucking idiot, to be honest. You need to get this sort of your training, this part of your training on track so you know exactly where you are and how to progress. Massive tip. Fucking no excuses. Get on with it. Welcome back, guys. Really good workout there. Pretty much went up in everything. So all my lifts, resistance went up, number of repetitions that I did went up. And what I also like to do is I like to leave in the amount of repetitions I had in reserve, so left over. So I don't like to go to failure all the time. So these sessions are planned in which I know as long as I'm having a good day physiologically, like I'm hydrated, I've had enough recovery, that I'll get the numbers, and that's all it is. It's planned into the weeks as you go. So when you go to failure, you tax your central nervous system too much, so your CNS, and neuromuscular wise, this is going to lead to failure on your subsequent set. So if I absolutely annihilate that first exercise you just saw, that incline bench press, like any shoulder variation after it, it's going to suffer. So you have to leave the reps in reserve so that you know that you've got room to progress into the next time you come in the gym. I didn't mention it, but I was sipping on creatine throughout the entire workout. So creatine, very cheap supplement, and I think studies have shown that it can increase your lifts by like 5-10%, depending on the individual, if you're a non-responder or not. But it's really cheap, and for the sake of increasing your lifts by 5 to 10%, why not take it? You can get it off any website like MyProtein, bulk powders. There's different flavorings as well, so not only is it good for performance, it's just something nice to take with your water if you don't like sipping on normal water. So I'm going to head back home now. I'm going to do a little bit of shopping. I'm not going to take you around the entire of the shops because I just think it's weird, and I can just talk about what I've eaten later. I'm still fasted, but I'll catch you in a bit.
Just like you could have $86,400 in your bank account, every day we have 86,400 seconds in our life account. These 86,400 seconds, 24 hours, 60 minutes in every hour are deposited into our life accounts every single day. And most of us spend most of that time sleeping, lazy, or unproductive. And maybe there were a couple of days I woke up later, and there were probably a few I even woke up earlier. But on average, for 3 years, I woke up at 4 a.m. every day when I lived as a monk. Just putting it out there, this isn't now. Earlier, before midnight, mine switched on a show and are up past midnight.
First meal of the day, guys. Chopped veggies. There's your eggs. Bagels. We're having 2 because we're now bulking. And I've gone for chicken as my protein source because, I've not got any bacon and I need to go shopping. And then we're just going to top it off with some cheese, some butter on the bagels. And then I pretty much put garlic, salt, and black pepper on everything. Just while I'm cooking, I just wanted to talk about kind of what I do in times of the day in which I've got a second, or if I'm commuting or traveling. And I listen to podcasts quite a lot. So I choose times in which I'm free to learn new things, gain a better understanding, whether it's something to do with bodybuilding, losing weight, whether it's cooking, whether it's spiritual things. At the moment, I'm listening to, what am I listening to? Jay Shetty's On Purpose. And it's a really, really good spiritual, insightful podcast on just how to live your life in a more efficient way. And I just think, obviously, each to their own, but these sort of things are important to kind of master, because if you're just spending times when you're free, like watching TV, catching up on your latest Netflix series, okay, yes, people might look at me and go, or listen to me and go, bore off, but you're wasting time. So you're not getting anything from that, but when you increase your knowledge, you're going to increase kind of like the effectiveness of the way you are for your entire life. And although people might disagree with me and go, fuck off, I want to watch Netflix, I want to watch my TV programs, it's like, you're going to be the one moaning when you're older and you've not done anything with your life, or even in years down the line and you're ill-productive for quite a while. It's you that's going to be moaning that you're not where you want to be and that you're not happy. So just something to think about. Use your time wisely. Don't waste it. Obviously, there's a time for downtime. There is a time where obviously I will sit and I probably will watch TV program, but it's like 1-2 hours a week. It's not every single time that I need to escape from my life and that I need to be like, oh my God, I've had such a stressful day. What I'm going to do? Eat shit and watch a TV program. No. Do something important with your time. Do something to gain knowledge that's going to better your life in the future, whether it's days, months, years. Just something to think about. Definitely get on that Jay Shetty. He's definitely not shitty. Jay Shetty podcast, because he's really, really insightful and informative. First meal of the day, breaking the fast, everything in which you've just seen. I will put the macros and the calories on the screen for you. So as you can see, there's a lot more. There's the same volume in terms of like the veggies and things. I'm still getting my micronutrients in, but there's a lot more calories in something like this in comparison to what I've eaten before. Just obviously I have a lot more calories to play with. I've got like another 1,000 calories. So I'm going to continue doing the intermittent fasting because right now I'm ravenous. This is where it's great to get the food sources in, and I'll show you the rest of the day. Right guys, just been to the shops. I'm just going to show you what I've got. So I've not had to do a full shop because I've kind of got things left over from the last shopping haul that we did. Yes, even that point of time. So it cost £28.78, which, as I've always moaned about, is ridiculous compared to when you go to Morrison's and you end up walking out there with half the shop and it costs you £3 grand. So it's better to go to Aldi and Lidl. As you will find, the majority of the time on transitioning between a cut and a bulk is that the foods that you eat will not change, it's just the quantities. So I've still got the same sort of protein sources, not heck, I wish they were, those skinny sausages I got last time, chicken. I've decided to opt for turkey mince. My good friend Rob Ward has been yapping on about turkey mince and making burgers out of them for some time, so change of option. Same thing, salmon, burgers. You're still gonna get your micronutrients in. I absolutely love asparagus. So I've got 2 of those. Lettuce, broccoli. There's just something about tender stem broccoli that is just so much better than normal broccoli because it just doesn't go all over the fucking place. It's not a pain in the arse to cut because it's already sorted. Eggs, always a staple, whether you're cutting a bulk in, will always belong in my diet. Fruit, small micronutrients, mushrooms, and then carb sources, bagels again. I did start going for the malted loaf from Aldi, but I found that it kind of really sits in my stomach wrongly, so I'm sticking with these lean thin bagels. A little bit of a naughty snack, these pancakes, but you'll find that kind of there's only 2 grams of fat in one, and if I only had like 2 a day, it's fine, and it's good for kind of like a little pre-workout to just really give you that carbohydrate hit, ready to get going. Last but not least, you know, my obsession with mustard has kind of increased over the last few weeks. I don't even know why. I saw it on George Osborne's channel. If you don't know him, he's a young bodybuilder competing very soon. Check him out. And then there's the Greek yogurt, so that staple snack that I always have, the basis of this. And then I keep snacking or adding these sauces, salsa and guacamole, to my meals. So they're really good alternatives to kind of like big fat full sauces. Something goes well with a salad. So that's pretty much the shopping. Again, once again, really cheap. And again, not much changes. You'll eat the same types of food. It's just the quantities that change when you're in a bulk. Hope that has helped some of you out. So here is the second meal of the day. 2 of those pancakes I just talked about. All the fruits, the yogurt. So this is similar to the meal that I have with the granola and the protein bar, but do you know what? They're nearly out and they're... So yogurt, and then I've just finished it off with that sugar-free syrup from My Protein once again. Macros will be on the screen. I'm going to smash this, and then I'm actually going to the cinema with Mr. Rob Ward to see the new... What is it? Oh, X-Men movie. That's the one. So guys, actually got into some normal clothes for a change. So going to the cinema, as I said, with Rob. We'll let you know how it goes. I can't really take you in there with me because I'll probably get arrested, and to be honest, I don't really want to video this film anyway, so I should catch you all in a bit. Fuck me. So just come out of the cinema, Rob. What do you think?
6 out of 10. 6 out of 10.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say a 7 actually. I just called it shit.
Oh yeah, you just called it shit.
So yeah, in case you didn't know, we watched that new X-Men film, Dark Phoenix, is it called? So it's all about Jean Grey. So if you have any interest in the X-Men films, give it a watch if you're up to date with kind of like the series. If
you have to watch like all 800 of them.
Yep.
To get it, and then you won't understand it because they contradict each other. But,
yeah.
It's got a good cast. Yeah.
It has got a very good cast. It's a forgiving cast for how 6 out of 10 the film is. But yeah. Just gonna head back now, and I'll give you the truth about the things that I didn't eat. Are they crumbs? Yeah, I just got back from watching the film and I ate a lot of food. So I probably had about 1,500 calories worth in sweets and popcorn, and I have actually tracked it all. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I'll tell you how it is. I think it was something like 200 grams of carbs, about 25 grams of protein, and only probably about 15 grams of fat. So technically, macronutrient wise, it wasn't that bad. Obviously, there was a lot of sugar. Obviously, it's not something that I would tell you to eat, but life happens. And what I want to do with this channel and promote is that there's the balance in there. So if I go out for something like someone's birthday meal or just hanging out with Rob there, I'm not gonna kind of like stop myself from having the foods that I want, and I want to show you how you can fit it into your daily intake, no matter your goal, okay? So obviously you wouldn't probably have as much as I did right there, right then, but you can, as long as you track, fit it into your macros. And this isn't me just saying, just eat shit, just eat whatever you want as long as it fits into your macronutrients. No, this is me saying one day out of the week, I'm actually gonna just let things lie a little bit. I am trying to put lean muscle and I am bulking. I need to eat more than my body needs anyway. So this is how you can do that. So I'll catch up with the next meal, which is probably going to be very poverty based, so veg and protein, but I'll see you then. Right guys, so final meal of the day is going to be a vegetable and protein based one, because as I've said, we've not got a lot of carbohydrates. We've got no carbohydrates, barely any fat left to work with, so we've got to keep it low calorie to stay within the range of calories in which I give myself. So you can just see there, veggies are cooking, lettuce, bit of meatballs and some bacon, and then the mushrooms to go in, and I'm just going to add probably a very low calorie sauce to go alongside it. I'll show you in a minute. So guys, here is the final meal of the day. Just added a bit of cottage cheese as well, because you know how much I love cottage cheese. So very low carb, very high in protein and low in fat. I will put the macros on the screen right now. There we go, look at that. Beautiful. So we're just gonna eat this quick and then we're gonna finish things off. We'll go through the overall calorie goal for the day and how we've deviated off that a little bit. See, look at that. You can still make delicious meals on a budget. And then the Dr. Pepper Zero, as always, save those calories. Not like I've got any to actually eat with anyway. Right guys, that is food done for today. So I will put the total calories and macronutrients on the screen. I believe it's something about 3,500. So to say that we ate so much garbage when we went to the cinema, it's not that far over. So yes, it's 500 calories over. There's no point nitpicking about this. A lot of people will kind of take it down to 2,500 the next day. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not gonna get really picky and meticulous about the calories that I've eaten today. It was a one-off. Obviously, I really feel like I've started to get back to normal in terms of my calorie intake. I no longer feel like I want to binge. So to say that I was able to eat all that today and only be 3,500 calories, that's great. So if you actually do kind of look at the food as a whole of the day, the 3 main meals that I had were perfect. They all had micronutrients in. I must have got like 10 of my 5 a day. They all had a nice protein source in, carbohydrate source. So they were really quote unquote healthy and clean. It was just obviously that massive intake of the sugar and carbs with the popcorn and the sweets. But hopefully this has kind of shown you that food really doesn't change between cutting and bulking. It's just the amounts, and you can see the meals are a lot more. I suppose it's not the best representation because I could have done a lot more with those. 1800 calories. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Please comment down below if you've got any other questions, and please subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing a lot of episodes in respect to this harvesting series, so I hope you all have a great day wherever you are in the world watching it. I shall see you all and catch you all later.